Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of This or That with Kobe and Jatt. Welcome back.
Back at it.
Last week, they had me with a guy called Captain Flowers.
What a name.
You can't rhyme that
I'm the captain
at the
of
start
nothing,
of the show.
though. I can't really.
Yeah, Captain Kobe could also be a future you.
I'll enlist.
Yeah, 6 slides today for This or That. Let's start.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Right off the bat.
Next player to 1,000 kills. Darshan, who's at 872, or
Perfect.
Pobelt, who's at 871. Wow,
They've provided us the count. I like it.
This makes it easier.
Now, here's the thing. Because this is kills and you have to get the last hit, and we're trending towards a tank meta, I'm a little bit waffly on Darshan. That being said, top side, has been still a decent amount of, bruisers and solo lane pushers. But I'm willing to bet he got the majority of those kills on like his coast days and stuff where he's 1v9.
Darshan's been in the LCS for longer. He's been in every single split of the LCS. Pobelter hasn't, so he's already on a faster pace. Plus, mid laners get more kills than top laners. We don't have a top laner that has 1,000 kills. It's been nothing but 80 carries and Bjergsen so far. So, Pobelter.
I definitely think Pobelter. I think this one is good.
Yeah, although they're pretty close. You never know. Darshan's ahead. He's running that
He could play Camille every single game from here on out and do it.
Slide number 2, we're going double that with Pobelter. Odds of a new NA champion. Because we've only ever had TSM, COG.
I'm immediately going low. I think the odds are low. I do think that they're higher than they have been in previous seasons, but I don't think that they are—
Like the last time Immortals was first?
Objectively high, yes.
Ooh, this is tough. I mean, odds are—
Get that one off there.
Odds are low, higher than they have been, because Immortals, I think, would be the team to do it. I don't think the other two would do it, and it's kind of 1 against 3, so still—
That's not fair. Bad odds.
It's 3 to 1. So bad odds. Odds are low. That, once again.
Yeah, I definitely think that.
Slide number 3. Almost lost count. Better tank in 714, Cho'Gath or Maokai? I like me some Maokai.
Okay, go for Maokai, because I'm going to take Cho'Gath.
Okay, Maokai, I think, is much more reliable, and I think generally a better flex pick. Top lane tanks are something people always like, especially being able to teleport into a fight with home guard. Maokai is going to have higher reliability. It's on 714 and 715. I know this guy's a little nerfed, but basically, that's why I'm doing Maokai, is for the reliability, and Cho'Gath requires more things to set up for his CC.
Yeah, I think that part of those problems have been solved is one of the reasons Cho'Gath is so strong now, because he has extra slows in his kit. His E is one of the biggest buffs that they did give to him. Everybody's like, oh my God, you can stone plate and then one-shot people. He's like, yes, that's great. He can also apply slows with his auto attacks and their world spikes. Plus, if you go from the jungle, you can get the blue smite. So maybe you get a little bit more points for your versatility as far as transferring to the top lane. I still like Cho'Gath a lot on the top lane, but the massive amount of true damage, as well as the multiple forms of CC now, I have to go with the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I think Cho'Gath can be better, but Maokai will fit into and with any team composition, which makes him better.
I do think that both of them are broken and should be nerfed, though, so we're both winners.
Probably
I'm going to go with this.
I know Cho'Gath is nerfed to 715. I'm going that. I've gone that for all 3.
That's part of the question is 714.
I'm still going Maokai, Kobe.
Okay.
I'm not changing my mind. Next slide, slide number 4. Who will start, Mickey or Vault Boy Golden Glue?
So as far as, I'm assuming that this question is next game that they play.
Yeah,
first game.
Probably.
If we go first game,
question.
I actually think that there's a decent chance that Vault Boy does, I'm just going to call him that from now on.
He's 2-0 in his last 2.
Does start. Not only because of that, but Mickey, I mean, did they actually release how recently he's even been over here?
I don't know, man. Sometimes you want to let him settle in a little bit. Also, if they're going to do that, they have to start a Nori or Dardoch, who just got traded to the team. A lot of things have to fall in place for this, but I think they'll do it. I think they'll throw him in right away. Mickey game 1.
I mean, they could do it both. They could switch, from game to game. They have been.
Yeah, this would be the first game. I'm going with Mickey because I think that's a liquid thing to do.
All right, I'm going to go with Vault Boy here. He deserves
ride the hot hand.
He got the 2-0.
Undefeated last week.
Plus, then you can keep Reignover in there.
Yeah, true. Reignover's pretty good. It's his meta. Slide number 5.
I'm not
There's
counting.
too many slides.
You're the one who counts.
We normally do 5. We have 6 today. Bigger advantage for blue side, the super leash or the pick order?
For me, I lean towards pick order.
Yeah, Super Leash is where the guy starts Raptors while his bottom lane does red buff, and then he finishes small Raptors, goes takes red, and then he's just super far ahead of the other jungler.
Because there have been some other wrinkles developed for red side, but some of them depend on unique champions that you actually draft to try and get crazy leashes as well. And the bottom side for that side has also started doing some harder leashes. And all in all, I think that's people have become accustomed to expecting that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, okay, I'm bottom lane though, and the jungler is going to come level 3.
And when you Super Leash, the red side can harass you or get a lead in lane.
Yeah.
But pick order.
But the pick order, I think, is absolutely massive because people are still adjusting to the patch. And when people are still adjusting to the patch, you can take advantage even more because they don't have full expertise on those champions like we showed that are extremely broken.
Yeah, I know that blue side is favored on this current patch for a couple of different reasons, and I think most of that right now is in pick order, but I still don't really ever buy there's a lot of OP things, so blue side is better because you want first pick. Because you get second and third pick on red side if so much stuff is OP. Get really riled up about this. Then you still get last pick, you get the last pick in the first rotation, you get the first pick in the second rotation. Red side should be so good in draft, but when there's situations where one champion is like uncounterable and then 2 and 3 are, then pick order would be better. So bigger advantage for blue side right now, I think, is Super Leash because depending on the meta, teams will pick red side for the pick order. I like blue side right now.
Yeah, the other thing with this, though, is that that's just a small other component of the map. There are other things that in the past have also benefited blue path as far as jungle gank pass and things like dragon control and setting up for Baron. I think those are actually even bigger than the Super Leash. So since this is between pick order and Super Leash, I stick with that.
This final slide.
All right.
I believe. More terrifying, Urgot's ult or the future of American healthcare?
Oh, God.
Have you been following the news?
Yes. It is rough out there. I will admit that. But the Urgot made a very, very large impact on me.
Yeah.
Because I woke up this morning and I was like, all right, I'm going to get ready for the dive, go over these Urgot. We finally get to see the numbers. He was released.
25%.
25%!
This is equivalent to if the average life expectancy were to be 100. As soon as you're 75, if Urgot sees you, you're dead. Like, I don't care about any of those other things. It's a very grim topic, but if this was real.
Also, not only are you
terrifying.
dead, but Azael brought up a little part on the dive that if Braum jumps in front of somebody who has previously been Urgot ultimated to try and save them, no matter what health Braum is at, he instantly dies.
Yeah, that just sounds
trying to save him. So I'm going to go with the Urgot ult because I almost always go with the political stance, but
literally when Urgot ults you, he terrifies people around him. So if we're being technically correct,
more
between
terrifying.
a video game and real life.
I don't know. This terrifies. This is terrifying hundreds of thousands of people.
That's actually very scary, but we're a meme show, so we're gonna go with it.
Yes.
That'll do it with this or that. I'm glad we got some healthcare in there, and who knows if we'll be back next week.
Glad we got some.